Line up, you fucking nerds. Who wants a shot at the champ?
They bring the heat.
Francis Ngannou is the hardest puncher in the history of fighting.
They bring the knowledge.
If you think this fight is going 5 rounds, you are out of your mind.
They bring you the picks.
The dog is getting it done in this one.
We deliver every single week. We're bringing the heat, ladies and gentlemen.
The money line.
Don't miss it on the MMA Experts channel each week. The Money Line. We are live talking UFC Vancouver. I am AJ, joined as always by my guy Mike Finch. What's up, brother?
I'm good, bro. A plastic bag got sucked into our plane today, so I didn't make it back until a little bit ago. But you know what? We changed planes and now we're here. Did the baby shower for the incoming baby over the weekend. It was lovely, AJ.
Congratulations, man.
Thank
I'm
you.
happy that it was a lovely time aside from, a plastic bag giving you some travel headaches. At least you made it back in one piece.
Feel like a plastic bag blowing into my plane, fucking up my travel plans. You know what I mean? But we powered through, and so did Charles Oliveira. Shout out to AJ for hitting the fucking. Was Charles a dog? Slight dog. It was like even odds.
Ever so slight.
Fantastic.
I called him inside distance. I thought that he would lock up a submission. I thought that his performance would be pretty impressive. And it definitely was. Charlie O handles business against Gamrot. Back in the mix. Calls out Max Holloway. 2 thumbs up from me. That's the perfect fight to make. BMF title on the line.
Of course.
Come on.
I love it. I love it.
What else?
And for premium channel, we locked Pinto over Denise.
Let's
You were
go.
happy about that, right?
I
Pinto's
was,
nice.
bro. Me and you both locked Pinto, man. That was a good call. I thought the Janice love was crazy to me.
Yeah,
there was a lot of it.
Else but us, bro.
I didn't understand it. I look at Pinto and I'm like, he did amateur MMA. He's come up the right way. Janice has got decent kickboxing, but he was never elite in kickboxing either.
No.
He's kind of a plotter. Like he's a, fairly heavy-handed guy. Pinto just had to take him down, and he did all night. Beat his ass.
Yeah, he's more of an athlete, more well-rounded. He had the takedown threat, and he's the faster striker. I thought that one made a lot of sense, and we fucking cashed it, dog. So happy about that. Got to go back and watch the fights in depth because all I've seen is like fucking clips and bits. I've been in Illinois running around, so that's what I'm doing tonight.
Let's go. After this, you can get some violence and good fights on the card. It was a nice event, especially the
Brazil
Charlie O
always
fight.
delivers, right?
Yeah, come on, it was nice. And like I'm telling you, Charles Oliveira, you watch that main event, it's got a good feeling about it. I feel like we're back in the golden era. I said it 2 weeks ago. I say it this week again. Things are feeling really good with the UFC. And we got a fun card coming at us this week with Vancouver. Before we touch on Vancouver, I do want to mention the fight announcements. Merab versus Petr Yan rematch. They're running it back at 323. Van versus Pantoja for the belt. Also, we got Sean Brady, Michael Morales. I mean, we got a loaded slate of
Henry Cejudo versus Peyton Talbot.
Surprise me. That's something that shocked me, bro. That's something that confused me. I didn't anticipate Peyton Talbot to be getting a Henry Cejudo fight at all. I'm surprised by that.
They're like, all right, let's see if he swims and let's see where Henry Cejudo's at. Peyton Talbot was getting taken down by a Brazilian wrestler, and now he's going to be fighting fucking an Olympic gold medalist American wrestler. It's an interesting one. He looked real good in the last one, but it's an interesting one for sure.
I like the matchup, but it seems like they're trying to give Talbot the chance to fast track it and right the wrong of the Barcelos fight quick. Another fight that got announced, underrated fight, Gushkov and Blachowicz is absolutely perfection. Good heavyweight contendership fight. I like the matchup a lot. Blachowicz is, high up in the numbers age-wise, but his performances has been good. He did well against Alberg. Alberg made it look easy against Reyes. So definitely some big fights coming through that I look forward to. I'm excited for the end of the year. We're capping it off with 323, the most active champ, Merab. 322 is a spectacle. 321 is fucking great, a heavyweight championship. And maybe we'll see it more than, once every 2 years defended. I feel like we're back to the golden era. I feel it. I can feel it, Mike Finch. I feel like things are coming back.
It's good matchmaking consistently, but those fights you just read off to me, all of them have something interesting about the matchup. Like, some of these we kind of saw coming, and then some of them hit you like Cejudo and Talbot. You're like, where the fuck did that come from? Right. But all of them interesting for sure. Kind of a quick turnaround for Merab, especially since he just stayed up for like 2 days straight partying. Did you see that?
He doesn't care. He's Merab. He's an
but all interesting.
Let's go. Good end of the year coming. Absolute fire probably to come 2026. Expect a Topuria title defense and some madness. The UFC's cooking. And to end off the ESPN deal, I'm glad we got a star-studded pay-per-view. I do want to talk Vancouver going down this weekend. 13 fights on the card. Finch, man, I want to get right into it. Fight number one. And also, if you guys are watching, hit the likes, hit the subscribe. Melissa Croden versus Tainara Lisboa. I like Melissa Croden in this fight. Her striking is sound. She comes from a Muay Thai background as well, not to the same pedigree as Lisboa. Lisboa, if you look at her Instagram bio, it's two-time Muay Thai world champ. But I don't know, Mike Finch. You know, when I hear that, it's like if somebody was the Cage Fury champ or something along those lines and saying they were a two-time world champ. I don't know. I was trying to find it. It wasn't one of the major organizations. Not that Lisboa isn't decent. Like, she has good Muay Thai. Yeah. But inside of the UFC, I mean, she's used grappling in a couple of her fights, and she definitely has some physical strength. But last time out, she took on Luana Santos, and there was a clear disparity in jiu-jitsu levels. I look at Croden, and I think the what-if factor. She gave Jacqueline Cavalcanti a good 5-round fight. She's a big girl. She's taller, longer than Lisboa. Size advantage. Striking game seems there. Takedown defense seems there. I can see her using her size. She's pretty good with the Thai clinch, pretty strong inside. And I'm telling you, man, like the Janiz thing, I'm not sold by the credentials. If you're coming in from kickboxing, it's one thing. You're making a debut. You're on the Contender Series. When I have a little evidence of what you could do, you're another fighter in the loop. And just because you did kickboxing doesn't mean you're going to beat somebody that didn't fight as a pro kickboxer in striking. I'm going with Melissa Croden. I think she can pull it off. I think she can win a hard-fought decision. I'm picking her over Lisboa, Mike Finch.
On a tape study, I pick Lisboa, right? Like, if I'm watching Croden, you said you like the Thai clinch. I'm looking at her Thai clinch, and I just see her head available for hooks and uppercuts to the face. Like, I'm watching her control these girls with these like Thai frames, and she's a little bit lazy with it. You know, I'm being harsh on her, but it's what I'm seeing. You know, if I'm coaching a girl against her, I'm like, plant your feet. When she's got her hands on you, rip hooks and uppercuts, knock this girl out. You know, she's not the best athlete I've ever seen, and there's definitely still questions around her MMA game as to where Lisboa, like, I watched the Jessica Rose Clark beatdown. You know, Lisboa's shown me good stuff. Here's my big issue, AJ. Lisboa's knee got destroyed, brother. I was looking at some of her recovery stuff. Her fucking I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen this video of her stretching out her knee. She's having somebody do some physical therapy on it. She's like cringing. She's grabbing them. We're talking about look at the scar tissue. I mean, a really 10 out of 10 bad knee surgery. And she looked like she had some problems on it in the last fight. And that was her only fight. Luana Santos is the only fight since 2023, you know, and she looked that bad. So you got to go with Croden here based off of where their bodies are at, where their activities at. They're in Canada. Am I really impressed by Croden? Honestly, AJ, I'm not.
Okay. And I think it's fair to not be blown away by her and still pick her in what in truth is a lower level women's fight. These girls are not on the title trek, or at least not yet. Croden could maybe surprise us. She's in her 30s, as is Lisboa. She's from Canada, fighting in her home nation. I think she's got a chance to pull through. Plus 105. She could drag this fight to the ground. She could win it in a striking match. I think it's close. I feel like Croden probably gets it on the judges' scorecards, does a little bit more. The worry I have, though, is Lisboa's knee injury. I don't know where she's at, right? Like you said, it was a real serious one. And you know, I could see Croden out grappling her. I could see just Croden out working her. Lisboa slowing down, late getting choked out. Wouldn't shock me. Not that Croden is a jiu-jitsu ace. It's not the bread and butter of her game, but you know, Melissa Croden can do it all. I'm going to go Croden on the cards. And Trading Champ, thank you for the $100. Holy shit. Let's have a good week, boys. Also, them fight announcements. Pantoja's my goat. Let's go, Trading Champ. Hella fight announcements.
Let's go, Trading Champ. Thank you for the baby shower, Dono, last week, too. Trading Champ, first person to donate to the baby shower. I do appreciate that, Trading Champ. Yeah, Pantoja, versus Van is sick, dude. I'm super excited for that. I mean, Van's just on fire. What is he, 23? How fucking young is that kid? You know, that's a super fun fight, and I see why you got Pantoja there. You know, I'll save that breakdown for later. Appreciate you, Trading Champ. AJ, you know, it has to be said, you know, this girl Croden's fought nobodies. I mean, look at
Cavalcanti's the only one.
And lost.
Yeah, and lost.
She her last wins versus an 8-6 Ashley Dean, 8-4, 5-4, and then 1-0, 0-0. That's her whole fucking pro. Those all of her pro wins, and she's coming into the UFC now against a girl who's been here, who's fought much better competition. Who, like I used in the Jessica Rose Clark example, I think beaten better competition. I'm not saying Jessica Rose Clark is that great. Shout out to Jessica Rose Clark, veteran of Moneyline, been on the fucking show, showed us her hammer. No, not that, you perverts. I think that in this fight, I have to stay away because I am not impressed by her performance, to quote a Canadian on Croden, but Lisboa is a huge fucking wild card with this knee injury. I'm out.
Sit on the sidelines betting wise, and PDX Hoya dropping love with $99.99. Sorry to jump ahead, AJ, but I'm headed to Vancouver and need help with my big bet. Jazzy or Jourdain? Sheesh. Two tough ones. So I'm just going to give you a logical breakdown. Obviously, my picks are out on the channel, so you guys probably know. I think Jasudavicius in a close fight can pull through, but recognize Fiorot has the striking advantage. Charles Jourdain is 10 years younger than Davey Grant. He's also the superior athlete. Now, how you weigh things out is Jazzy's odds are big plus money, and she's on a tear right now. Jourdain made his debut at bantamweight, looked pretty good. Still got taken down, but 1-2 in his last 3. Granted, you know, Jean Silva and then a split decision with Sean Woodson. Not horrible losses up in weight. And he's taken on Davey Grant, the absolute most serious gatekeeping test possible at 135. So you have to ask yourself this question. Would you rather lay chalk down on the favorite in Jourdain to pass the test at 29, beat a Davey Grant, and now be on track to being a contender? Because if you beat Davey Grant, you're top 15. Or do you think that Jasudavicius at plus money is worth the gamble? If she can secure takedown, she can win. If she cannot, if Fiorot's able to get back up and it's striking, she gets outpointed. Value-wise, I lean towards Jazzy. But you just said this is your big bet because you're in treacherous territory. I think that Jourdain can also pull through, but it'll be a close one. Take with that as you wish. I can't tell you what to do. There's the value side, right? And then there's the, okay, I'm betting on Jourdain's potential. But keyword is potential. Might be, could be, seems to be there, but it's not a guarantee. Neither's a guarantee, but I guess Jazzy's odds are more exciting. That's what I'll say. Finch, you got a take on that one?
Yes, that Jourdain has more ways to win. You know, Jasudavicius needs takedowns. So Jasudavicius is going to be one where I'm betting on her if I believe she's going to score top position. As to where with Jourdain, he can win on the feet. He's got much better choke, submission ability. That guillotine he hit last time he was in Canada was nasty on Victor Henry, who, by the way, I just saw last week. Shout out to him over at California Mixed Martial Arts. Victor Henry's funny as fuck. He was calling out Drake Flores for wearing underwear in the gym. This motherfucker's sparring in his underwear, talking about it's shorts. It's not shorts. It's fucking underwear, Drake Flores. So we did a little video, and you guys will see that. That was funny. He caught a solid grappler. We're talking about a Josh Barnett grappler in a guillotine and made him tap to it. So I think Charles Jourdain has multiple ways to win that fight. I think that is more reliable if those are my two options. Thank you for the 99. He's competing with Trading Champ, bro. Appreciate it.
Trading Champ guys. Drops another one, though. 99 from the Trading Champ, band for band. Look at
Let's
this.
Fucking go, guys. Let's fucking go. Hey, I was like, AJ, let's do a quicker show tonight. Yo, I'm here all night if these boys are going toe to toe. Okay, I can be bought. All right, I am completely okay with a super pack coming in here and purchasing this fucking episode right now. Band for band. Nobody has gone band for band with Trading Champ. I will give him that.
Yeah, he's the man. Thank you to Trading Champ and PDX. You guys are generous gems. And then Nathan Pitts. This is a good question for the Finch. Thank you for 199. Finch, man, as the MMA fundamentals course came out.
No, but incredible progress. We just keep fucking adding to it. My guy Cam is on top of it, so I get fucking new clips, new episodes all the time. We're always adding to it. Little sneak peek from Moneyline. Let me try to get that straight. I cannot figure out how to. There we go.
It looks good.
There
it
it
looks
is.
good.
All right, we're fucking working on it. I believe this is the uppercut series.
This is great.
You guys will
I'm
like
excited.
it, okay? I'm grinding, and you know what? Shout out to my man Cam Jam grinding on it. I appreciate you asking, Nathan. We're getting this thing out by Black Friday. The idea is to debut it with some type of Black Friday thing.
Let's go.
It's cooking.
Good. I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited to get my copy as well, man. Thank you, bro. And PDX, he is going band for band. $99.99, dropping the heat. Appreciate it, guys. Jazzy it is. Can't keep up with the trading champ, though. Hey, but you're still a savage with two $99.99s back to back. You guys just dropping heat, man. Hammers on hammers getting fucking dropped over here with what do we got between the two of them? $400 dropped in a matter of 10 minutes. Not even 5.
He just kept up with him. What do you mean? You're throwing in the towel when you're even, bro. Like, that's crazy work, man.
They're even. They're even.
You're in a dead heat and he threw in the towel. That was crazy as fuck.
Generosity's unmatched from you savages. Thank you, PDX Hoya, and good luck on Jazzy, bro. I'm rooting for you.
PDX Hoya goes the other way with the bet, though. He decides to go underdog. Okay, so he's ballsy with the bets. Very interesting, man. You're a fucking wild card yourself, brother. Let's fucking go. Yeah, honestly, Jasudavicius is wrestling and it's in Canada. You ain't crazy, bro.
EMG Drug God, thank you for $9.99. Finally catching the goats while on the clock, third shift. Let's fucking go, gang. We getting bread this weekend. All love, everybody. Hey, all love, EMG. Let's go.
All love right back at you, EMG. Thank you for being a regular, man.
Let's go. And trading champ with another 99 Finch, man. I didn't see it. I saw it. What a night is right, bro. The heart is right there for you, man. Absolutely spectacular generosity. You guys are savages, man.
Thank you.
You guys are dropping crazy love.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, what do I need to can I get a signed poster for Trading Champ? I'm gonna make a money line thing for him, bro. He needs a plaque behind us, okay?
That's crazy. You guys are savages.
Give a Dono award, AJ. We got to figure one out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fucking give an award out. We'll take me and Finch's face on it like this, eating some fucking caviar and shit.
Trading Champ's gonna have this bitch looking like the new Oval Office. You guys saw what Trump did? He fucking everything's gold and shit. I'm gonna have this bitch pimped out. Thank you, Trading Champ. It means a lot.
Go. Shout out to the boy and KZ. Thank you for the 25 NIO. We always appreciate you, big dog. My mod holding the fort down. And,
another regular.
Always an OG. Yeah. Savage, man. Thank you for the 25 Nicaraguan corbatas. All right. That means a lot. We just went on a Dono train and a half, bro.
That was the best Dono train I've ever hopped on, bro. That felt crazy as fuck. I would say number one train would be Switzerland. We got the Swiss pass, $400.
I think we just beat them
for 5 days. Jesus Christ.
PDX Hoya, thank you for $99.99. Another one. Let's see what I'm saying. Love you, Trading Champ. They just went head to head, back and forth.
I feel like I'm at a fucking auction, dude. I'm at a fucking auction. How about a 300 over here, 300 over there for a Moneyline episode number? What fucking episode number is this? Do we have an episode number?
Moneyline
Ritter versus Allen.
The Ritter versus Allen episode. Absolutely.
400.
PDX.
Do I have 400 out here? Jesus Christ.
Savage, man. Thank you so much for $9.99.
we need to hook these guys up with some dubs this week. I think we've got them coming, bro. That flight might have been a bitch. It might have taken me all goddamn day to get back into the seat, but I was doing my research, brother. I think we got some good bets.
It worked out. Thank you so much, PDX, for showing love at Trading Champ. Oh wait, hold on. There's more.
Jesus,
thank you for the $199.99. He never loses. Trading Champ drops us fucking $200. We can't stop up in here. The Dono train is as crazy as I've ever seen it on a money line. This is insane. This is insane,
bro. Oh my god!
In a matter of minutes.
Like, what decorations should I get, Trading Champ? I should start fucking. I need it's gonna be like be like back in the Soviet Union when you had to put up Stalin's picture. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have just Trading Champ with that like AI looking picture right here.
We both have them up there.
And I'll just reference him. I'll be like, yeah, this is the GOAT, Trading Champ right here. The owner of the show, Trading Champ right here.
It's like Hamza's jumping rope. You got his belt. You got the pic of him with the world title. And then you got Kadyrov all big. Instead of be trading champ, I'll shrink the sign and just have a huge trading champ pick in the back, man.
The trading champ Kadyrov coming through. He will
Blessed
not be denied.
It's savage. Thank you so much, man. And shout out Blood Taxes for the 5. We love you, man. Thank you, bro. Damn chill, he says. Shout out to the Dono train and a half. My God.
Firmly disagree. By the way,
about keep it coming. Listen, don't chill. Absolute savagery. We're not even past fight 1. We're talking on, and we just got.
I'm ordering the photo.
Insane amount of donos.
Thank you, guys. Really generous. Thank you.
Incredible. Thank you guys for the love. You keep this show flowing, guys. Without you guys, none of this shit is possible. I always say it. Thank you so much. We appreciate that generosity.
Dana White's coming out. Trading champ, without him, none of this would be possible.
Hey, shout out to the boy. Big W trading champ. I appreciate you. Let's keep running. All right. We're going to get to fight number 2 on the card.
That was crazy.
We're both going Croden. Finchman saying stay off the bet. I'm saying let me sleep on it a couple more nights.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe, man.
Bro, every time she grabs her face is right there.
It is.
Fucking, you seen Weidman versus Silva when Anderson Silva grabbed that tie plum and Weidman said, boom, boom, just start rocking that girl in the head when she does that shit. That's at least what I saw in the tape study.
You know what I'll say? Liz slower, those knees gotta slow down. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Next fight on the card. We got a good one at middleweight. We got Azamat Bekoev versus Yusri Belgaroui. I think that Azamat Bekoev is going to be landing takedowns in this fight here. I was not blown away by Yusri on Contender Series. He didn't get a contract. He got called up to fight Azamat in August. Fight didn't happen. He had visa issues. It didn't come together. They now rebook it here. Now, Yusri's got a lot of size, tall, 6'5", long reach. The thing is, he's such a kickboxer, though. Like, he has that poised, patient kickboxing style. He doesn't have the same death touch power that an Alex Pereira has. He doesn't have as much of the risk factor. I mean, his Contender Series fight last season was a snooze fest. He landed the finish late, and it was a boring fight altogether, which is why he didn't get signed. Azamat's got a big wrestling advantage. Azamat putting Belgaroui on the back is the pathway to success. Now, Alex Pereira didn't fight a savage Russian wrestler like this on the come up here. Yusri Belgaroui is not getting that type of love from the UFC.
Yeah.
I think Bekoev's going to get him down, beat him up. And I think he might put him in an arm triangle, maybe a rear naked or ground and pound. I think Bekoev finishes him. I'm going Bekoev inside distance is the call in this one.
Absolutely agreed. Bekoev is different, bro. Bekoev is he has more power than the striker here. And, I think he's going to be able to decide where the fight takes place. So even more dangerous on the feet, honestly, which is crazy to say, but I truly believe that. And then on the ground, like, he should be able to smash in this fight. So I think that Bekoev takes it over. I think it's probably a domination. Honestly, I have no idea what the odds are. When I was first studying this one, there were no odds, but I think like maybe the most confident lock of the night has to be Bekoev.
I feel like he handles business. If Belgaroui wins, that's a shock factor. And you might be looking at him, damn, but look how tall he is. He's a kickboxer. I just really don't think he's a fast twitch striker, though. He's more technicality and slow twitch, and that style works in professional kickboxing. The translation in MMA, especially against a strong wrestler who has some knockout power too, I think he struggles big time. And I think we got more donos I got to read off. Nathan Pitts, thank you for the $199. Small deuce out of respect for the trading champ. We appreciate you, man. The small deuce is a beautiful drop. All love.
The fucking, what would you call it? The emperor. What they call Stalin? What was he? That was our dear leader, trading champ.
Thank you, Nathan Pitts. And Riley Murphy, thank you for the $13.99 Canadian. Very generous. Sorry, boys, off topic. Can you give me your favorite pick for Contender Series tomorrow?
AJ.
I think that's probably my territory. So Dana White's
I show up like tomorrow. Dana White. I don't want to fucking know.
All right. If you want to look at my favorite pick, I think that there is a high probability of success for Marwan Rahiki against Anais Malumba. He is a minus 250 favorite. Now, if you want to have some fun and attack an underdog line, very slight underdog money, I think Jovan Leka has a good chance to beat Azamat Nuftileyev in the heavyweight feature of the night. I also have to say there are valuable attacks on like potentially playing the side of Juan Diaz as an underdog. He's from Entram Gym. He's fighting Juan Il Kwan, who's a dangerous striker, but I think is going to struggle a bit with the relentless pressure, the striking game also of Diaz, and the potential grappling. And then also Italian, Mario Mingaj. I got to go with the Italian. He's plus 145. Maybe you play him inside distance. So something to consider. I did the full breakdown, Riley, but I will also give you this. Tomorrow afternoon, I am doing the in-depth Contender Series prop deep dive. We're going to look at the prop betting. We're going to see what the odds are like. It's essentially Propaholics, but for the Contender Series. If you haven't seen my Thursday show, Propaholics, newest show, we're sniping out the prop betting lines. I'm bringing the heat for that during lunchtime live tomorrow for the 6 fights on this Contender Series card. So definitely tune into that. The props are limited at the moment. As of right now, we only have overs available, but hopefully I gave you what you want. So shout out to you. Hey, Riley Murphy with another $13.99. Thank you, brother. Hey, thank you for the love. Very generous donos to get the questions answered. That means a lot. And shout out to Blood Taxes with the big 5. He says, one more. The Dono train keeps running. Thank you for the 5.
Fucking go, guys. Awesome.
And Jeff Cooper is here too. Thank you for $9.99, Jeff Cooper. Shout out the Super Mario Pinto lock and as well showing out for H-Town. Appreciate you guys. Excited to see you on the Guru stream. Thank you, Jeff Cooper. I'm excited for it as well. It should be a wild time. I'll still be live here, but I'll be audio calling in a few times throughout the event on the Guru show. Also, Finch, did you see Lucas Almeida's hand pre-fight?
Yes, and I warned my channel, bro.
Yeah.
I was literally fucking driving around, seeing my goofy friends in Illinois and looking at that hand at weigh-ins. I'm like, fuck this. I let them know, yo, it doesn't affect the bets, but this motherfucker's got a broken hand. You know, that shit looked terrible. And it looks like Aswell just decided to attack him. I'm surprised the doctors approved him to fight. That was a very obviously broken hand.
They're in Brazil, bro. They're in Brazil. The commission on this. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Dude's got bills to pay. I got you. He's got elbows and knees and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, let him run. I feel you. I'm pro freedom, dog. I feel you.
Let's
and
go.
then shout out to you, Jeff Cooper. If you bet the Mario Pinto lock, fuck yeah, man. I think that was definitely the move.
Yeah, it was good shit. We got to get back to odds, all right? We appreciate the Dono train, of course. Odds for this fight here, we have the side of Belgaroui as a plus 230 dog. Bekoev minus 270. I think Bekoev has a good chance to win. I do think high probability of a stoppage, minus 115 ITD inside the distance. I think that makes a lot of sense here. So, yeah, we're going for the ITD side. Bekoev to win.
Those odds are not bad at all. Yeah.
No.
All
I like inside distance a lot, bro.
Yeah, because he does have that tenacity, that mean streak in him. I think he's and Canada's pretty loud too, so I think he's getting over with. Let's
go. Finchman and I both on the same side. Bekoev to pull through. Let's keep running up the card. Next fight on it. We got the ladies going after it. Stephanie Luciano versus Ravenna Oliveira. I'm going with Stephanie Luciano. She's a high caliber stand-up fighter, slick striking, good speed. Lost to Sam Hughes by a split decision, but Sam Hughes is the prospect killer, and you can't really knock her for that L. She's still a tremendous talent on the come up. Ravenna Oliveira fought against Tainara Lisboa 2 years ago at bantamweight. She was scheduled to fight Shauna Bannon in 2024 at flyweight. Now she makes her strawweight debut. I don't know how she's going to look at strawweight. I'm curious if the weight cut affects her a lot. Like, I don't know what to expect because she was like pretty thick with the legs. It's not like she's a skinny girl that was carrying some belly fat. Like, she had thick thighs, you know, the thunder thighs, and she's shredding them down. She's going to be at a speed disadvantage. Luciano's going to be a lot faster. I think Luciano's going to be a lot sharper. I think she's going to probably take home a decision. I'm not sold on Oliveira. She kind of seems like, you know, an okay talent, but I don't know. You know, she fought on the Brazilian regional scene, doesn't really have any signature wins. The only high-level evidence of her is the Lisboa fight where she was outdogged. And granted, she went distance. I guess there's respect on that, but 2-year layoff. I think Luciano's got a lot more potential. I see her as a girl that can, you know, at least eventually be top 20.
Eventually, fuck yeah, dude. Absolutely. I think sooner than later. The Toledo Alencar fights were, she showed clear improvement between the two. And in both, you could see her fucking lead leg. Like Luciano can do that switch knee, that flying knee. She's got that lead leg head kick that she doesn't really telegraph and sets up nicely. She's intelligent. She's a good striker. She's clearly getting better as she goes. And Oliveira's got this crazy weight cut ahead of her. There's so many, question marks around what she'll look like. I think Luciano is much more reliable. Good fight with Sam Hughes, as you said. Sam Hughes, the golden gatekeeper, and I think that Luciano's still young in the game. Her second actual UFC fight. So let's go with Luciano. I think Luciano's going to be able to outstrike Oliveira. She's technical with it.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if she loses here. She's a 3-1 favorite with a pretty good chance of handling. As far as the odds on the opposite side, Oliveira plus 250 dog. Over 2.5 is minus 280. It seems logical, right? You're leaning, Luciano should win a decision. But I must say, we don't know how the weight cut affects Rivon Oliveira. I do know that Luciano is normally more of a decision winner, right? But you have to look at her hurting Talita Alencar in their fight. I don't know. Like, she could end up stopping in Oliveira. It wouldn't shock me. Inside distance for her is 3-1 odds. For as big of a favorite as she is, minus 300, to see the opposite side at plus 300 for inside distance, maybe. Obviously, more sensible pick, and the actual prediction is Luciano on the cards.
Yeah, I think that's the move, man. She showed us twice against Toledo Alencar how she can get to that decision. I mean, I know it was a draw the first time, but still she was impressive. And then, even against Sam Hughes, she's going to decision. It's like when you step up that level of competition, you kind of get a sample of what somebody's got at this level. Oliveira having UFC experience, they're probably going long.
Yeah, I think we're going 3 rounds of work, most likely.
I like that Luciano is a little bit taller still, right? So Oliveira, although she's coming all the way down, Luciano with that rangy striking, it should work.
I like it. Me and Finchman seeing it the same. We're going Luciano for the dubs. Let's keep running. Next one. We got Kyle Prepolec versus Drew Dober. It's like the last hope for Drew Dober here. He's had a rough go. And granted, same can be said about Kyle Prepolec. He's 0-3 in the UFC, took a big chance and a short notice fight against Benoit Saint-Denis, got handled. But, positives were he made it into the second round, right? Now he takes on Drew Dober, a dangerous power-hitting striker who is, down 3 in a row and has taken a lot of damage in those 3 losses. I think Drew Dober's striking's a lot better. Prepolec, a little herky-jerky, stand up at times. It reminds me a bit of like Stuart Nickel from last weekend. A little awkward. I see punches getting through for Dober. I think Dober's faster. I think Dober hits harder. The grappling of Prepolec, I could see him looking to push the pace in that, but I feel like Dober's grappling defense is pretty good. Like, yeah, Money Moicano dominates him in the grappling, but Moicano's a high-level grappler, and Prepolec got absolutely buzzsawed by Benoit Saint-Denis. I think it should be Drew Dober by KO, but Finch, note something. Prepolec not knocked out as a professional before, so seems to have a pretty good chin. He does have a big, long chin on him, too, so I don't know, man. Might be able to absorb. Battle of chins here with Drew Crimson Chin Dober and Kyle Prepolec, the chin of the North, going down.
He's got a big, long what on him?
Long chin.
Oh, long chin.
Long chin.
Got a big, long chin.
Big, long chin.
Is that's a bad thing you're saying he's going to get caught? Because I used to feel that way about like a long nose. I'm like, man, this nose is not perfect for fighting. Like when I get punched in the nose, I get those watery eyes right away. You see some of these motherfuckers with that fucking Vanderlei Silva face. The nose is just kind of flat and they could eat shots, a little more of a Joshua Van head. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the chin is that way. Drew Dober, bro. I think Drew Dober is going to be able to beat up a Prepolec. This is his bounce back fight, right? Like this is the level that Drew Dober can show his toughness. Drew Dober can show all of his game, honestly. So I got Drew Dober bouncing back. How it finishes is tough to foresee, but I think Drew Dober could do a 30-27 here.
30-27 if need be. We've seen, Dober with the ability to go long. And can Prepolec strike with him for 3 rounds, though? I think Prepolec might get dusted, though he has been knocked out before. Dober's got power in his hands. Honestly, like a doppelganger matchup. Prepolec reminds me of Ricky Glenn a little bit, like a worse version of Ricky Glenn. Dober should beat an 0-3 guy in the UFC. This would be like tragic if Dober loses here.
He's got a high risk style though. You know, he's built like a fucking T-Rex.
Yeah.
You know, and he comes out aggressive as fuck, and his head is big. You know, I'm talking about the flat face, big head guys. Look no further than Drew Dober. That fucking head is giant. You know, that's as big as his hips. So he has that against him. What does he have for him? He's better at fighting. You know, I think he's going to be able to land on Prepolec, do damage. It's just, you know, his offense is pretty respectable. His defense can sometimes fail him when he gets on the gas pedal. So just know that if you're betting on Drew Dober.
Jared Nunes, thank you for $19.99. My guys, sorry I'm late. Hope you guys are well. We're well, man. We're well. We're more than well. We're fantastic here. You guys have been crazy generous on the Dono train tonight.
Thank you, Jared Nunes. Appreciate you, dog. You ain't even too late. We got a couple picks in. See, on my show, like if I run like I'm a 5 most confident on my full card, I do rapid fire at the end for everybody. For you, Jared, you need to scroll back. At least AJ does the timestamps like that. He's not lazy like me. I do them, you know, fucking the next morning or late at night after I smoked a bowl. AJ, sober AJ here, immediate fucking timestamps. He's got you.
68 days. We're coming up on 10 weeks on Wednesday, man. Pretty crazy.
That's
man.
Tell the fuck, because you used to be on here like just smoked a bowl before the show. Like what are you telling the kids to do, AJ? You know, now he's fucking Mr. Rogers.
Hey, see, I'm getting complaints about not having timestamps done during the fucking stream. This is crazy. Keith, let me finish the show and then I'll do the timestamps, man. We're live right now.
Yeah, that's some shit that fucking you know, Trading Champ or you know, PDX Hoya can request, dog. Okay, live timestamps. That's something they can request. I don't want to hear nothing out of the fucking peanut gallery. Okay,
that's funny, man. Odds for the fight: Dober's a 5-1 favorite. Prepolec plus 375. I think Dober probably does go out and get the hand raised. Dober KO is plus 115. Could he end up getting a knockout? Definitely, though. Prepolec, you know, never been chinned. I lean towards KO. The side of Dober by decision plus 225. If Prepolec's chin is that good, you know,
I hear you. No, I hear you. I could see a Drew Dober KO. I don't know. Yeah. I just you know, does he get smarter? Maybe not. You know, I feel like Drew Dober decision is actually how I would, you know, in a world where I'm his coach, I would, which I'm not, I would, you know, I would program him to do, you know, hey man, you could just beat this guy with your skills. You don't have to make this fucking god of war, you know?
Well, I guess we'll see. I'm looking at Drew Dober. He does have 9 pro submission wins, but he ain't want to fight by submission since, holy shit, all the way back 2014, Jamie Varner, he submitted in the first round. That's a throwback. I don't know about a sub. That'd be like a real long shot. I'm just looking at the odds. Submission.
Jamie Varner's a good dub, though.
I know. At that time, remember when Varner fucked up Edson Barboza?
Of course.
Man.
Jamie Varner's fucking Muay Thai was nasty, dog.
Yeah,
you know, so that's a nice one for Dober. But it's like if you're Dober here, I like submission. I like that. Like if you're coaching him right and you're telling him like, yo, kick his legs, fucking strike technically, you could beat this guy.
Agreed. Listen, we're going with the side of none other than Dober to win. We all are.
Yeah.
We're on the right side. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, we got Danny Barlow versus Djorden Santos. Danny Barlow moving up to 185 against Santos, who I am not impressed by.
Exactly.
Barlow's coming off a bad knockout loss to Sam Hughes. But let's be honest, though. Sam Hughes is good. Sam Hughes fucked up Trey Waters easy. Like, Sam Hughes is a prospect at 170. I'm thinking Barlow's better at 85. I'm thinking Barlow has that power. He's got the speed advantage. I'm going with lighter man's skill moving up in weight. I think he fills out a frame a little better at 85. I'm going to say Danny Barlow can pull through. Sam Hughes put him out, and Sam Hughes is good. You know what I'm saying? But I just think about it like this, man. I think about the potential. I think there's too much potential for Danny Barlow, man. Sam Hughes. I'm just fucking Sam Patterson. I'm saying Sam Hughes.
I didn't even catch it, bro. I didn't even fucking catch it. Dude, I got 4 hours of sleep.
Sam Hughes. Sam Hughes fucked Danny Barlow up.
I was going to let you ride on Sam Hughes, bro. I was like, yep. Makes sense.
I'm picking Barlow to win, man, but it's one of those situations where it's like I'm almost tempted to just go Santos because Danny Barlow could lose, and I faded him last time and I was right. But
Me
dude,
too.
I watched
Shout
Santos.
out. That was a big dog, bro.
That was big shit.
We got a big dog.
I don't know. Santos is mediocre, man. He gets hit a lot with straight shots. I don't think he's good. He's young. I don't know, man. Danny Barlow seems to be a better athlete. I think he could catch him. But then again, the Veretinikov fight, close decision. Granted, he struck with him. Veretinikov's stand-up is not the issue. It's the grappling. I don't know, man. Coin flip of a fight. Danny Barlow wins. The odds are stupid. I wouldn't bet on Danny Barlow here.
I faded Danny Barlow against Sam Patterson in premium channel, put my money where my mouth is, and it cashed. That was a night 2-1, 3-1 dog. Cashing against Danny Barlow. Danny Barlow's got hands though. Santos, you can't be losing to Ozzy Diaz and then having me pick you in the UFC. Like, I just don't think Santos is UFC level. So I think Danny Barlow moving up or whatever should be able to just show him hands. Danny Barlow's got the Quinlan win. Danny Barlow's got the Nikolai Veretenikov decision. I'm gonna respect that. I'm gonna respect that and remember that and think that he could do something here. And the Sam Patterson L didn't age bad. Turns out Sam Patterson's got fucking hands, So people just didn't know. They had to see it. I think Barlow's speed, power, talent can surpass a Santos. Danny Barlow maybe knockout.
Thing with Danny Barlow is he definitely has knockout ability. I mean, if you look at his regional performances, quick KO of Raheem Forrest, 1:19 seconds, knockout in the first round of Jarius Gill. Like, the guys he's fucking up, he's doing it easy. Then got to the UFC, third round KO with Quinlan, the Veretinikoff fight. It was close. Patterson chins him. Santos hasn't looked great. Miguel Firmino split decision win. If you beat Firmino by a split decision, I worry about you. Okay. He lost the split decision to Vitor Acosta too. And then Vitor Acosta just got annihilated on Contender Series last week bad by Damian Pinas. So I don't know. I'm not trying to use MMA math like that, but I'm just saying Santos is not some world beater on the regional scene.
Right.
I think he's pretty mid-level. I picked Ozzy Diaz against him, so I'm not high on him at all. I think Barlow can win.
He's more well-rounded than Barlow, so that's the concern. And with so many good bets on this card, I don't see why. But straight pick. We're going Barlow, KO.
Yeah, we'll pick Barlow here. Odds for the fight 3-1 Barlow. That's kind of crazy to me. Plus 250 for Santos. I don't agree with how wide the odds are. Barlow KO is plus 130 here. It's just ugly odds, man. Like, why even? There's better bets to be had. I think like Santos to win by a decision plus 575. Like, you're on the opposite side, but that's not a terrible bet because I could see him getting a decision over Barlow. It's just
grappling.
I don't know. Yeah, if he grapples him, he pins him up against the cage. He's pretty strong. It's just Barlow at 85 remains to be seen. So for me, this is a sit on the sidelines and let me just watch and then take in evidence for next time. I don't need to, attack anything here.
Yeah, I think the story's either going to be Barlow's got fast hands for 185 or, oh shit, Santos is a real 185er. And so you could put the grappling on him. Time will tell which narrative is true.
Yeah, we shall find out. We're both going to pick Barlow here. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, we have Bruno Silva versus Hyun Sung Park.
Good fight.
I'm really excited for this one. I think Hyun Sung Park is going to finish Bruno Silva. Bruno Silva, he hasn't looked good in a while. His last 3 fights, losing to Cody Djorden, but the perfect shovel uppercut on the chin comeback. Fight after that, Manel Kopp destroyed him. Fight after that, Joshua Van destroyed him. Not only is he losing, he's taking a lot of damage. And even in his win, he's taking a lot of damage against Cody Djorden. Park coming off of a disappointing fight, took the short notice chance against Tainara, quickly sub. Listen, Tainara's world class. He's fighting Brandon Moreno. He's about a fight away or a short notice fill-in away from a goddamn world title fight. Park is still top 15 material in his prime on the come up. I like Park's boxing here. I think Bruno Silva is going to be too slow and hittable on the feet. I think Park's got the better wrestling between the two of them. And I think Park's live to finish Silva as well. I can see him choking him out. I can see him rocking him with a big shot, getting to the back, throwing big ground and pound, and then strangling him. I think Park is going to handle business. And you're going to see why there were some folks that were high on Park against Tainara. It's just that was too high level of a matchup. With Silva, this is winnable for Park. And I think he does win here. I also think Silva, he's at the point where he's just coming back and taking these ass whoopings. Like, I don't know where his motivations lie at 35 now. I don't know. We haven't seen a consistent Bruno Silva in a while. Had a nice run at one point, but he's not to the level of Park. I think Park handles business. Silva's done.
Hyun Sung Park's biggest win is against Carlos Hernandez. Before that, he fought Shannon Ross, who was 13-8, and then Seongguk Choi, Tapnoi Kiram. You get what I'm saying? Versus, and then Tatsuro Taira obviously walks through him. Short notice, important to say, and he's only 29. Bruno Silva, AJ was going through the list. Joshua Van getting the title shot at the champ right now. Manel Kape. Y'all who know MMA know what a veteran fucking championship level fighter Manel Kape is. Cody Djorden, say what you want. The dude has a lot of wins and a lot of experience in mixed martial arts. And that was that comeback, nasty knockout that he was able to get in the second round, just to show you the levels, the layers to the game of Bruno Silva. Before that, Tyson Nam submission, Victor Rodriguez knockout, JP Bay's knockout, Tagir Ulanbekov before that. Bro, the resumes could not be crazier here. I mean, I'm talking about a Park who looks good against nobody. Carlos Hernandez is a decent kickboxer. Versus a Silva who struggles with the absolute cream of the crop in the division. So, comparing the, I got a lot of question marks around Park, but he's 29 years old and he's on the rise and he looks good. And he had a little hiccup against, a kid who's world class versus Silva, who you're right. I mean, are his best fights behind him? It really remains to be seen. Bruno Silva's not too old. He's 35. This is a tough one, man. This is a very tough call for me to make. Bruno Silva's too dangerous for me to trust Park against, So you hear me trying to bet Bruno Silva.
You want Bruno.
You hear me trying to pick Bruno Silva. By the way, another money line fucking OG.
He's an OG, yeah.
OG at a money line, called in the infancy. So we love him. I'll go with Park. I think
Park's gonna get him, Finch.
Park's a technical fighter, dude. Park's kickboxing is real clean, real nice. But Silva seeing that pathway to be able to get to his back. I know who Tatsuro Taira is. I know he's a gangster. And Bruno Silva's ability to be dangerous and the competition he's fought. No, bro, I'm not that confident. I'm confident.
I think Park's gonna whoop Bruno Silva's ass, bro. I think Bruno Silva was on his way to losing against Cody Djorden, but he hit him with the perfect uppercut. He didn't quit.
What does Vegas say?
He's gotten fucked up, huh?
What does Vegas say?
Vegas says that Park is a minus 250 favorite with Silva at plus 210. I think Park's a hell of an athlete. I think Park's on the rise. I think Park is a top 15 talent. I think Bruno Silva's done. I got to tell you, man, it's some of these Brazilians you got to worry about. They be fighting injured. We saw Costa. We saw Almeida. They're like, yo, give me the check real quick. I know my career is dwindling down. I need to collect a little bread. Let me just go out and fight.
Bruno Silva's been fighting, though. I mean, we got Joshua Van was just here in 2025. That was in the third round, by the way. Those boys were grinding.
He was getting rocked since the first minute.
Bro, and shows like that, that's like you could.
He's tough.
Yeah. I could imagine, Park showed some vulnerability, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's tough to pick this kid. The Manel Kape one was in the third round too. Manel Kape was scoring on him. I got you.
Oh.
Cody Djorden KO was nice. I just walked through this. I don't want to do it again, but I'm just saying that Bruno Silva's activity is solid. A couple fights in 2024, 2025, and then experience levels high. I hear you. Everybody thinks I'm crazy then if it's fucking 2.5, 3-1.
Listen, if you go Silva,
I didn't do it.
I know you didn't do it.
fucking do it.
I
But you know,
like
picks
Park.
and bets are different things. I would say anybody who's got Park in a parlay is making a mistake risk wise.
I guess I'm confident on Park. I'm thinking about Bruno Silva. He's right now ranked at number 14. I think he's the worst guy in the top 15. I think he's easy pickings for Park to break in. Like if you told me, okay, Park was going to then, fight against someone up the ranks, a little higher, maybe Alex Perez or, even Ulan Bekoev. Those are tough fights. Even a Charles Johnson.
Yeah.
I just don't know about Silva right now.
Who beat Bruno Silva, who you would pick Park against?
Who beat Bruno Silva that I would pick Park against all time or recently?
You know what I mean?
David
Joshua
Dvorak,
Van
2020.
fucks his shit up. Manel Kopp fucks his shit up. Those are the two losses since fucking 2020, bro. Since Tagir Ulanbekov. His losses are Joshua Van, Manel Kopp, and Tagir Ulanbekov since 2020. Put some goddamn respect on Bruno Silva's name. Put some goddamn respect on Bruno Silva's name.
We're going Park for the win on both sides.
Both of us.
We're both picking Park. Don't get it twisted. But understand Finch. He does think that be careful against Bruno, which we respect the Finch man's take on this one.
We don't
Let's
talk
get it.
about Bruno.
The next fight on the card, Charles Jourdain versus Davey Grant. Mike Finch, break it down for us. I want to hear the Finch man's breakdown of this one.
You got the old man Grant. This motherfucker's General Grant from the Civil War. He's back, motherfuckers. He's marching forward. He's throwing punches, but he's up against Charles Jourdain in Charles Jourdain's backyard. Charles Jourdain, the strangler himself, a solid striker, much more in his prime, more ways to win this fight. You gotta like being the guy who has the abilities in more places, who has the home field advantage, who is not a Civil War general. I'm going with Charles Jourdain. I think he finishes this fight.
I like to call. Listen, I'm going Air Jourdain as well. I think the speed on Jourdain is a big factor. He's going to be a lot faster than Davey Grant. And he also has a lot of striking weapons. Nice leg kicks. His hands are sharp. Good on the inside. He wins the boxing battle. The battle to the target, Jourdain wins majority of the time here. Yes, Davey Grant has had some nice wins. I mean, you look at Davey Grant, 4-1 in his last 5, beat Damon Blackshear last time. Before that, it was Ramon Tavares, barely lost to Daniel Marcos. But that Daniel Marcos fight 2 years ago, the Tavares fight was kind of close, and Damon Blackshear, grappling heavy fighter, won the first round and then got tuned up on the feet. Damon Blackshear is known for freezing. Damon Blackshear has mental lapses. We've seen it time and time again. It's an unfortunate aspect of him. Charles Jourdain, he's never been able to break into the top. It's always been right before he gets stopped. Now he's at 135, which probably should have been his weight class all along. He's 29. He's coming into his prime. He's been in the UFC for a long time now. He was 23 in the UFC. I think that Charles Jourdain could pass the Davey Grant test here. I think Jourdain's strike speed is a big factor. I think Grant has to watch for the submission threats of Jourdain. If Grant ends up under him somehow, Jourdain's gilly is very high level. And I think Jourdain is going to be able to win, whether it's a submission win or a decision win. I normally love picking Davey Grant, but I just can't pull myself into that side for this fight here because I see Jourdain with too many advantages in the speed, the athleticism, even the technicality. A dog fight, drag him out dog fight. Jourdain can win a drag him out dog fight against Davey Grant. He's been fighting 6'2" giants and barely losing at 145 against Sean Woodson, landing big shots. Now he's fighting Davey Grant, who's nearly 40 years of age. This to me seems like Jourdain's chance to break into the top and actually really make something of his UFC career. It's been a long one. It's been inconsistent. His UFC record is not impressive. Listen, Charles Jourdain is 7-7 and 1 draw in the UFC. But at the end of the day, there has been moments of, wow, the Shane Burgos fight, absolutely in it, back and forth, right? Even you look at the last one against Victor Henry, pulls off a submission against a good grappler in Victor Henry, a guy that beat Hayani Barsalos.
Exactly.
I think Charles Jourdain is pretty legit at 135. And I'm going to say he passes the Davey Grant test.
I think so, man. You know, Davey Grant's 39. Like, something's got to give. The Damone Blackshear win is phenomenal. What a name to have on the resume at 38, 39 years old. But in Canada against Jourdain, I'm gonna go Jourdain, man. Davey Grant, you know what, too? You love Grant. You love Davey Grant. You love picking Davey Grant. You're the Davey Grant whisperer. So hearing you go Jourdain makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside.
I actually went into this fight initially thinking I was going to pick Grant. Then I'm watching some film. I go back and watch the Blackshear fight. I'm like, okay, yeah, first round he got grappled. 2 and 3, his striking was pretty on point. Shut down Damone. Then I'm like, let me watch the Ramon Taveras fight, because Taveras, he's a kickboxer. He's got fast hands and he's quick on the inside. And he's giving Davey Grant a good match. And then I'm looking at Jourdain and I'm thinking of his earlier run, looking at other fights that he had. And then looking at the most recent fight, there was some grappling. But Jourdain is sharp, man. We're in Canada. I think Jourdain's going to finally break into the top. It's been a long time coming. He's been around so long. I think now is the time. Now is it. At home in Canada, Jourdain gets the biggest win of his life and is on his way to a top 15 chance at a new weight class. I think you have to consider that Jourdain's been fighting big dogs. He fought at lightweight in his UFC debut. I think Jourdain pulls through. I'm going to say that he pulls it off somehow, some way. He does win. Now, it feels like, though, as we're talking about it, we're picking the underdog, but he's actually the favorite at -173. Grant's sitting at +148. I feel like odds-wise, yes, Grant, the dog, but as far as like Jourdain finally passing a test like this, feels almost like more he's the underdog in the actual element of the fight here.
Right, because it's a big win for him. You know, he's got the Ricardo Ramos dub, the fucking Crone Gracie dub. How'd that age? But it's like he's fought a lot of good competition in the UFC, though. It's a little bit different than like a Young Sung Park or something. You know, he's a vet, so I'm gonna ride with him for that reason too. But you're right. I mean, it's a major ruby, right, on the career of Charles Jourdain to get a Davey Grant, even if he's 39. Davey Grant looks great at 39.
The over 2.5 is -190. You could sprinkle that in with the sub of Jourdain at 7-1. Like if you wanted to play the side of Charles Jourdain or the over, you could then have the over in a parlay, bang, bang, bang it, but also cover your ass with Jourdain by submission. Because if there is a finish, I think it's Jourdain catching a neck. Yeah, I would be very surprised to see Jourdain flatline Davey or the contrary coming to fruition. So
Jourdain's got a nice guillotine. I like how he doesn't even have to lock up guard. He just puts his leg around from the outside to capture just a little bite of like a quarter guard on the outside. He doesn't have to get a traditional, you know, legs wrapped around the body to get leverage guillotine. And, you know, his dynamics on the guillotine just make him so dangerous, man. If he hits you and you stumble a little bit, he can catch a neck. I like that weaponry in this fight here.
We're both going Jourdain. The money line, I'm not into, I must say. I think over
I think it's live. About right. I think that's actually priced pretty right. Yeah.
You consider a Jourdain money line or a parlay piece with Jourdain?
My favorite things to bet on are mispriced fights. You know, when I saw Sam Patterson was a big dog to Danny Barlow, when I saw Pinto was even odds with Denise, I'm like, wait a second, Pinto's better on the feet, way better on the ground, you know, faster, more athletic. You know, I'm like, yeah, okay, there's a lot of things adding up here. Why would the odds be like this? I'm looking for mispriced fights, AJ.
Yeah, respect. Finchman and I both going with the properly priced Jourdain to get it done here. To close out the prelims, let's jump to the main card. If you guys are enjoying the show, make sure you hit that like button. If it's your first time, welcome to Moneyline. Subscribe it up. I got content every single day. Finchman's also got a few shows that he's dropping throughout the week. He'll also be live after this show, so keep it locked in with the Finch later. First one off, we got Kyle Nelson versus Matt Frevola at 155. I like Matt Frevola a lot in this fight here. Kyle Nelson has never been, I don't want to use the word good, but he's never really impressed me at 155. There has been impressive moments at 145 pounds for the side of Kyle Nelson. You look at his win over Bill Algeo, pulls off the stoppage, beats Fernando Padilla by a decision, you know, and And, you know, he had the Duho Choi controversial draw. He should have lost that decision. But he then fought against Steve Garcia a year ago, blitzed him, got an early takedown, and then next, you know, he got pounded on and just wilted to big shots. Now, Steve Garcia is terrifying, but Kyle Nelson just coming off getting destroyed. Matt Frevola, yes, he's been badly finished in his past two, but he had Fereziam mounted. He had some moments against Fereziam. Frevola is going to be the power hitter in this matchup. Heavier hands, I think more dangerous in the striking. Nelson is going to be the round winner type, looking to pick his shots, stay moving. Against a Frevola, he turns it into a firefight. And I don't think Nelson has the power to keep Frevola off of him. I see an aggressive Frevola getting to Nelson. I can see Frevola out wrestling Nelson. I think Matt Frevola is snapping the 2-fight losing streak. And I think he's going to beat Nelson here at home in Canada for Nelson. I think Frevola representing the USA nicely here and getting us a W. I see him out-dogging Nelson to start off the main card.
Man, that's tough. That's tough, you know, because Frevola's been caught bad, dude, you know. See, both of them, you know, the Steve Garcia fight too, I guess. But Bill Algeo and Fernando Padilla, who I just saw. Shout out to Fernando Padilla. I sent AJ the video. I was over there at the gym in Costa Mesa. Shout out to Padilla, who's a fucking good striker himself. You're right. I think the assessment's right. Like it's Kyle Nelson decision or it's Frevola in the chaos. But bro, the chaos has been costing Frevola, albeit against guys who are better finishers than Nelson. I understand, but I'm going to lean Nelson decision here. Just him picking away, winning 2 out of 3 rounds, 29-28, you know, using Frevola's aggression against him. I think Frevola's a pretty high risk style. Another guy with a big fucking head that's too easy to hit. Let's say Nelson hits him more times than he gets hit and gets this decision. A good fight for sure. I like the matchup.
Yeah, I like the matchup too. I'm surprised you're going Nelson. All right, I respect it though.
At home, bro, how well have people been doing at home?
They've been doing good at home. True. They've been doing good at home.
This is a fight. I don't see this as wide. Do you see this as wide?
The odds are close here. -115 Frevola, -105 Nelson. They're close for a reason. Frevola's coming off bad losses. He's been knocked out 2 in a row. But granted, BSD and Fereziam, 2 of France's best. Now he fights a Canadian at home in Canada for him. I just think Frevola can live up to it in this. You know, you got to worry about Frevola at times, right? He had the big Drew Dober knockout, but then he also got knocked out in 7 seconds by, you know, Terrence McKinney. So Frevola is a little crazy, wild style 50-50, but I just think he can outwork Nelson. I think he could potentially hurt him. I don't like the way Nelson wilted real bad last time against Steve Garcia. Maybe he can, you know, right that wrong and start getting things cooking at 55.
I like Steve Garcia, though.
Steve Garcia is a menace to society. Yeah.
I think Steve Garcia knocks out Frevola. I do.
I would pick the same. Yeah. I agree.
You know, I think it's a fight. I hear you though. Yeah, Kyle Nelson's not winning the belt. You know, this is good matchmaking. Like, let me at least say that this is good matchmaking. You won't see Nelson as a lock.
Proper fight, competitive. I think Frevola does a bit more. Maybe lands on top. Maybe catches Nelson with some big shots. I think Nelson, like Finch said, it'd be the decision. I think Frevola could finish him. But I also think Frevola could get it on the cards too. You know, they could work 3. I could see him landing takedowns, ended up on top. We'll see what happens. I see why the odds are close. I see why it's pretty much -110. I mean, it's -105, -115. It's even Stevens down the center. Finchman going Nelson. I'm going to go Frevola, and I'm ready to keep running up this main card. Next fight on it, we got Cody Gibson versus Aoriqileng. I think Cody Gibson can win this one. I like Cody Gibson's chance of outworking Aoriqileng over 3 hard. Aoriqileng looks really intimidating. The power set, the way he holds his guard. Like, you think you're about to get some real terrifying striking, but he's not the biggest puncher. He has decent hook flurries. His wrestling has cost him. It's okay. I think that he can end up on the bottom here with Gibson, who's got the size advantage, 3 inches taller, 2-inch reach edge. Cody Gibson's striking is decent. He can kickbox. He's got long arms. His straight shots are pretty smooth. He's strong in the clinch. He could take down Aoriqileng. I wouldn't go out and say, yo, man, bet on Cody Gibson in the spot at -160, but I think Cody Gibson can outwork him over 3 rounds. Aoriqileng doesn't offer much for me. He's coming off the Raul Rosas loss. Before that, the no contest against Daniel Marcos in a fight he was losing. Has a win over Johnny Munoz Jr. Prior to that, Zahabi knocked him out fast. And then before that, the Jay Perrin win, which, doesn't mean a lot here. Cody Gibson, I mean, his wins are not huge either. And Helliger decision and Kelleher submission did give Blackshear a tough fight early before getting caught in the Kimura. I do think Cody Gibson in the later stage of his career is showing signs of improvement. And I'm going to bank on Gibson outworking Aoriqileng and getting the W.
I think so too, man. I think Cody Gibson is teed up to win this thing. Aoriqileng hasn't fought in over a year now, and you were talking about where you're at in your career with like the Bruno Silva thing. Maybe his best wins are behind him type of thing. I mean, Aoriqileng, I think that's very, very obvious. And, not to be a dick, but Gibson's a good garbage man. He does beat the Brian Kellehers of the world. And I don't think Aoriqileng is that much better than a Brian Kelleher. Aoriqileng, competent striking, but likes to lose a decision. And, a Gibson who's maybe losing at a mid-tier level in the UFC, but a solid grappler, in shape, wants to win, active. I appreciate the activity. I do. Fought 3 times in 2025. This is good, right? That matters. And I noticed the odds were close to even. I think Gibson is actually, pretty respectable pick here.
Minus 160, Cody Gibson. Aoriqileng is plus 140. Gibson to win by submission up at plus 550 if he does pull off the sub. Definitely can see him winning the battle of position. I think he's the guy that ends up on top more often. See him as faster than Aoriqileng, a little more mobile overall. I just don't think Aoriqileng is very good. He's a guy that ends up on bottom a lot. Gibson more likely in top position. I think he can end up getting the hand raised. So we're both going Gibson, it seems like, on this one, bro.
That's nice, man. I think that's the smart pick here. Gibson being hungry, being better at grappling makes sense.
I like it too, man. More active, like you said. We'll call Gibson to get it done. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, the ladies going after it. Manon Fiorot versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. It really comes down to one element of the fight. Does the takedown for Jasudavicius land or does it not? Mike Finch, you look too excited for me not to give you the mic first, so break it down.
Brother, I think so. I don't know. Why is everybody still high on Manon Fiorot, bro? She slows down as the fight goes on. We saw if you get past that side kick and you could just deal with some of her bounce tactics, I think Jasudavicius is actually going to be able to strike with her a bit too. Like Fiorot is going to be absolutely outclassed on the ground if Jasudavicius gets her hands clasped. As to where on the feet, I think Jasudavicius is striking. I've heard the exact opposite fucking breakdown of this, which I totally disagree with. Jasudavicius absolutely can provide a fucking tough fight for Manon Fiorot on the feet, who's not some like knockout artist. She fucking stomps on your stomach a few times and stuff. I feel like, Jazzy Jazz is going to try to get into a fucking fight out there. Again, in Canada where she fights well, she's more well-rounded, better wrestling, better submission ability on the ground. I'm going Jazzy Jazz.
Me too. I'm going Jazzy Jazz. I think that Jasudavicius wrestling is a big factor in the fight. I mean, we saw Fiorot got out-grappled by Valentina. I know a lot of people say, but Valentina, she is the best and things like that. But I'm looking at the stylistic matchup. I'm seeing Fiorot getting outworked in the grappling. I'm seeing Valentina get to her. I'm thinking about Jasudavicius' size, Jasudavicius with the wrestling ability. If she can hit takedowns, I see her staying on top. And you also have to look at, like, Manon Fiorot, she did it. She fought for a world title. She reached the mountain, of course, didn't claim the world title, but, went a hard 5 rounds against Valentina Shevchenko. Now we have a Jasudavicius who's riding a 5-fight win streak.
Yep.
And when you really look at Jasudavicius as of recent, her grappling has been phenomenal. She's in your face throughout, looking to take you down, wear on you, threaten you with submissions. And if she needs to embrace the grind, she can. The question is this: can Fiorot not only defend the takedown, but then can she get back up to her feet if she's down? Okay, she gets back. What happens when Jasudavicius pins her up against the cage? Fiorot, like you said, her striking is not that dangerous. It's sound technically. She's got nice side kicks. She's got good straight punches. She definitely has a good bounce to her style, but she is more of a point striker. It's not like she knocked out Rose. If she would have chinned Rose Namajunas and fucked up Erin Blanchfield, it's a different conversation. Yes, she beat Erin Blanchfield, but Erin Blanchfield was still throwing heat at her and walking through her shots and trying. I think Jasudavicius can get through the punches of Fiorot. There's not enough of the damage threat from Fiorot's striking to have Jasudavicius fearful. I see Jasudavicius willing to exchange with her. I don't see Fiorot kicking her in the face and breaking her jaw. I see Jasudavicius getting in on the body lock if need be, hitting a takedown against the cage, hitting a takedown on open mat, getting on top. How's Fiorot look from the bottom when she has a real wrestler grappler on top of her? Yes, Valentina is a great MMA fighter, but she's a striker. First and foremost, she's a striker. She's used grappling, but normally she's out grappling just the strikers. I think that Jasudavicius can pass this test. I like her chances to pull it off here against Manon Fiorot. I think she ends up in top position more often and most likely probably the cards. But listen, if Fiorot's tired late, Jazzy locks up a sub, it's Jazzy to the fucking world title. She's really killing it right now, 36. This is the one thing I'll say. Age is arbitrary in number a lot of times. For the most part, right? The pack, goes this way, but there are black sheeps that are 36 and look better than ever. And PDX Hoya just dropped $50. Thank you for another generous dono. That's the confidence I'm looking for, guys. Thank you for confirming my lean. Thank you for the generosity, bro.
Got you, PDX Hoya. I really appreciate that, man. You are very generous today, dude. If we're putting Trading Champ up, I got to get like one of those little, like, the what do you call it? Passport photos of you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah. Dude, PDX Hoya, I can, Manon Fiorot is a decision merchant, first of all, not that fucking dangerous. You know what I mean? How many fucking times? And then, Jazzy Jazz is the one who could submit her, who's the one who could TKO her from a mount, and on a roll. AJ, I think a big deal here is that Manon Fiorot fought one time in 2025, one time in 2024. Jasmine Jasudavicius has been on a fucking roll. She's beaten Jessica Andrade, Myra Bueno Silva, Ariane Lipsky. It's like she's been finishing girls to rear naked strangle, Darce choke, 2025, 2025, 2023 fights in 2024. That's good activity. I think it matters. I think it's going to show up on Saturday night.
This is also the fourth fight in the calendar year for Jasudavicius as well. Whereas you're looking, like you said, with Manon Fiorot, last fight May of this year, but she was out a year before that. Just second fight of the calendar year. She hasn't been active. I feel like Jasudavicius is the contender on the rise, whereas Fiorot, trying to hold on to that spot. And looking at the betting lines, I was surprised to see Jasudavicius as a 2-1 underdog here to Fiorot at -235 is the favorite. I don't see it as that. Like, I could see why Fiorot is a slight favorite. Right. I could see, I'm like, all right, Fiorot, championship pedigree, beat Erin Blanchfield and Doug Rose, -140, -150. But you're telling me she deserves a -235, -240 tag? That's crazy. I think that the better wrestler wins. I'm with you, Finch. We're going for the grappler in this one. I think Jasudavicius also at home in Canada is a big factor too. We're doing it.
AJ and I on the dog. Let's go, dog. Let's go.
Listen, it's the right side. Me and the Finch man, we're seeing eye to eye here.
How many times do people have to lose a title fight and then got to lose another one because you guys are overrating them? It happens really often.
It does. No, it does happen often. We're going Jasudavicius, hand raised, on a way to victory as a dog. Let's keep running. Next fight is our featured fight. Marlon Chito Vera versus Aiemann Zahabi. Finch man, I got to go with the side of Aiemann Zahabi. I hear
the pain in your voice. AJ, why do you why do you say it like you're, diagnosing somebody with cancer, bro?
I like Chito Vera. I've always enjoyed Chito's style. I like his vibe. I mean, Chito's a cool dude. It's just Chito is a slow starter, and now he's in another 3-round fight. Zahabi, I think, is the higher output boxer. I think Zahabi can win the battle of punches. Vera is a guy that has few moments that can obviously, give tremendous result, like his knockout of Dominic Cruz. But it's a few moments for these, wow factors, but he's losing more of the fight. You got an Amin Zahabi on a roll right now, an Amin Zahabi that's hard to hit, an Amin Zahabi who moves real well. Like, granted, yeah, Aldo rocked the bat. Aldo is an all-time classic. I mean, listen, even the aging Jose Aldo, I would pick against Marlon Vera. I think that it's just Amin Zahabi's time, whereas, Marlon Vera might be the younger guy, but aside from the O'Malley win years ago, that's what's kept him amongst the elite. Won a decision against Pedro Munoz. Before that, it was Dominic Cruz. In the modern era of like elite guys, who is he beaten? Besides, okay, he beat O'Malley at one point and then lost the rematch. If you look at Marlon Vera's current resume, how does it stack up with the top? Okay, he beat Davey Grant in 2021. He beat Rob Font in 2022. Okay. So that's, I guess, Rob Font's now out of the ranking. So where is it? He gave Song Yadong a decent fight in 2020, lost the controversial-ish decision at 45. I can say young, 20, a 22-year-old Song Yadong. I just think we're looking at Zahabi, who's striving up right now, whereas I don't know with Chito Vera. I just have to go Amin Zahabi. I think he's more reliable.
I think so too, man. I like the Philly shell here against Chito Vera. Chito Vera's got one thing here in that he has phenomenal cardio, man. Chito Vera, I see all the time on Jason Perillo's stories. He's got him doing those fucking wind sprints on the track. That shit is brutal work. He runs them on pads hard. He puts fresh guys in him. Jason's done that with me where I was a fresh guy for RDA and then I come out and then he puts somebody else in while I get to rest a couple rounds and I go in. So he puts these guys through these fucking shark tanks. He gets them in incredible shape. That endurance is the only reason why I think this is a fight, because other than that, other than his ability to really dig deep where, Zahabi's been able to win a round 3, he's going to have more trouble doing it here. Zahabi's got the technique advantage. I think he's going to be able to outstrike a Marlon Chito Vera. Chito Vera training at Art of Jiu-Jitsu, which has been, my jiu-jitsu gym all the way up to 80cc. Shout out to Colabate's morning classes, getting my ass up. He's definitely put working on the mat there. That is fantastic. But I don't think it's enough, right? I can't trust Chito Vera is going to be this jiu-jitsu ace all of a sudden just because he's training with some of the best guys in the world over there for sure. If you guys don't know who Tynan Dalfra is, correct yourself. You know what I mean? Those guys are fucking absolutely unbelievable over there at Art of Jiu-Jitsu. But I got to see it in the cage, AJ. I got to see it in the cage. From Amin Zahabi, I have seen enough in the cage to think he wins this decision.
Minus 126 for Amin Zahabi. Marlon Vera sitting at plus 106 is the dog. Over 2.5, minus 335. I think Zahabi on the cards. It's only minus 105, though. It's not great. I think we're probably going distance. I feel like for Vera to win, he's going to need a big knockdown or potentially a knockout. And he hasn't gotten like a big moment like that in a bit. Like obviously he got O'Malley late in the fight with a body shot, but in a 5-round fight, I might be picking Vera. Like if they're going 5, I could see him stealing the later rounds. But
that would be helpful. Slow starter.
Yeah. Can't pick him in a 3-rounder. I don't like him in a 3-rounder. So Finchman and I going the Zahabi side. As I expected here. I was going to be surprised if you went the other way. I'm excited for the co-main event, though.
For my neighbor, you're telling me that I'm not biased. This is good.
You're not biased, Mike Finch. Kevin Holland versus Mike Malott. Give me Kevin Holland this time. Give me Kevin Holland to snap it back on track. I know the D-Rod fight, but I'm not convinced that was Kevin Holland's best. I think he completely overlooked D-Rod. I think he looked at D-Rod as an inferior fighter to him. I think he walked into that fight with too much confidence and he recognized D-Rod ain't going out easy. I think Kevin Holland's hand speed and length is a factor. I think he could catch Mike Malott. I think Kevin Holland can grapple with a Mike Malott. I think he can defend takedowns. I think he can threaten with submissions. He's more athletic. I feel like Kevin Holland's good to go in this fight. I see him catching Mike Malott with straights down the line. I can see him hit him with a big hook and some boxing combos. I can see Kevin Holland him tying up and Holland working some nice knees and elbows and range. I can see Mike Malott shooting and getting caught in the front headlock and maybe Holland threatening with a damn Darce choke. I'm going with Kevin Holland to pull this one off. I think you can pass the Mike Malott test here. I feel like Mike Malott's decent, but you look at the wins. Okay. Our boy Charles Radke handled. All right, but what level is that? Trevin Giles, he won, but I wasn't impressed. When he deals with athletes, I think he struggles. Comeback loss against the side of Neil Magny in a fight he's winning. But, Neil Magny is still doing his thing, but I think Holland's better than that. I think Holland can beat Mike Malott here.
Kevin Holland fights Vicente Luque and looks fucking incredible. His speed, his timing, his grappling game. You're like, God damn, this is Kevin Holland 2.0. Then he goes out there and he fights D-Rod, and you're like, why is he slow? Why is he so easy to hit tonight? What the fuck? How the fuck am I supposed to predict a Kevin Holland fight? I mean, who's showing up? You know what I mean? It sounds like you have more faith in the version you're going to get, brother. I cannot. As where Mike Malott, he's shown me steady improvement. Mike Malott is a striking coach. You could see his understanding of the game. When he beat up Charlie Radke, I was like, oh, fuck, this guy is really legit. And he's continued to show that. You know, Mike Malott, still young, but very, very smart. I like his style. And, you know, if you look at the way he's being built up, this is a nice build. Now he's up in the co-main event. You're going to have him in Canada. Brother, I think we got a good performance for Mike Malott incoming. I'm confident that a good Mike Malott, we're going to see the best Mike Malott show up. Who is going to show up occupying Kevin Holland's body? Okay. I don't know for sure. I do know that Kevin Holland is 28-14. Did I get that right? 28-14. You hot, then you cold. You yes, then you. I don't have that kind of confidence that he's showing up. So give me Mike Malott, because Mike Malott is going to be in a good spotlight here against, for sure, a guy who's very talented. I mean, talent level, Kevin Holland, very fast, nasty choke game, a lot of problems for sure. But Mike Malott's IQ with the striking, I think, can really pay dividends here.
-115, Mike Malott, slight favorite. -105 for Holland. Listen, if we got the Trailblazer, I'm feeling good. If Kevin just shows up, we might be in trouble. I think that the Mexican gangster D-Rod intimidated him a little bit. I think the tattoos, the fact he was walking through his shop, he might be accountant, bro. He ain't scared of Mike Malott. He ain't scared.
What the fuck are you talking about? D-Rod was scary?
D-Rod's scary looking. He got all the tats and shit. Yeah.
Oh, me and him got the same rig, bro. What do you mean he's scary? What are you talking
He's
about?
got the fucking tattoos, the shaved head. He's, you know, the dog. You know, he looks like a pit bull.
Looks like a... All right. Yeah, I'm not going to dunk on him. I told you, I see him every now and then at fucking Classic. Yeah. He's going to beat my ass. I'm always talking shit. I better shut the fuck up, dude. I'm going to find out about that striking in person. Better be careful. Yeah, I ain't trying to hate on D-Rod no more on this show. New rule.
No rule. Finch, keep it classy. I appreciate it. Listen, Finchman going Malott, a respectable call. Does he finish Kevin?
He could, bro. Mike Malott's got some pop, dude. I think he's kind of impressive in the striking. I mean, I know Kevin Holland has this ability when Kevin Holland gets in that flow state, when he's feeling the music a little bit, and he's got that snap, he's got that pop on his jab, like, you know, right? This might be, honestly, the way to bet Kevin Holland fights might be live bets, because I can see it. When he gets taken down by a big grappler and his fucking energy bar goes like this, when he starts talking too much, you know, there's just certain signs where I'm like, okay, this is the Kevin Holland we got tonight. You know, when D-Rod started tagging him a little bit and he got slow and kind of, his fight IQ kind of went out the window. His shot selection was terrible. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck version is this now? We just keep adding chapters. So, you know, I could see Kevin Holland being on one, but am I going to reliably pick that? I'm not.
Respect. Finchman going Malott. I'm going Holland. I'm going to believe one more. Do you believe in Kevin Holland for one more? I'm going to say he does it. One last dance. Let's go.
I like it. I do not. This is the Mike Malott show. Make no mistake. This is the Canadian main event. Okay. If Mike Malott was more of a draw, right, this would be a nice one to headline this fight night. Of course, they put a wonderful cherry on top with title contenders DeRitter and Allen in the next one. But, you know, Mike Malott has been built up to this moment. I'm going to say he shows up.
You ready for the main event?
Fuck yeah.
Main event of the evening. Make sure you guys hit the likes. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button too. We got Rainier DeRitter versus Brendan Allen going down 5 rounds. Middleweight top contender fight. Allen replacing Hernandez. I'm excited to see my pick is the Ritter to win because I think he ends up in top position when they grapple. I think his size is a factor between the two of them. And I do think he is better at submission grappling than Allen. Now, when you look at the striking, Allen is more technically sound in a traditional manner, but there is that element of unorthodox guys that find weird striking success against guys that are pretty sharp. Allen's not the most powerful puncher, but he does have a good straight right. He does work a decent body kick, and his shot selection is pretty good. The Ritter more chaos coming in with the big knee. But I'm thinking this, if he survived the storm from Robert Whittaker, I don't see Brendan Allen knocking him out. So how does Allen win? He's going to have to deal with this beast of a middleweight in the grappling department or over the 5 rounds defending takedowns, trying to find a way on top. It just seems like too much of a mountain to climb for Allen. I see the Ritter getting on top of Allen. I see him wearing on Allen, and I see him breaking Brendan Allen. I'm going Rainier the Ritter by submission.
Yeah, Brendan Allen hasn't finished a fight since 2023, and we saw, as you said, Rainier de Ritter's durability. He's been in the spotlight too. He had the Robert Whittaker fight. He had the Bo Nickel performance, of course, which really defined, what he's capable of at this point. He's on a hunt for the title. And, I see a lot of people giving a lot of love to Allen's ground game. I think Rainier de Ritter is a couple levels above Brendan Allen on the ground. Rainier de Ritter's jiu-jitsu game is far more dynamic. He can do a reverse triangle from north-south. Rainier de Ritter's got game that you guys are not familiar with if you only watch the UFC and you don't watch professional grappling. Rainier de Ritter's a whole different level. So his game has just many different layers to the jiu-jitsu. He could submit Brendan Allen in a number of scenarios. Brendan Allen, though, better at striking. So I'm looking at this as Rainier de Ritter, extremely durable. Brendan Allen, not a great finisher with the striking, although he has the striking advantage. I look at the wrestling. I'm going to lean Rainier de Ritter, who was able to out-grapple a world-class wrestler in Brendan Allen, out-grapple, Gerald Mearshart, everybody, and then of course on the ground, a wide advantage for Rainier de Ritter. So because Brendan Allen can't reliably put him away, I got to go Rainier de Ritter. And brother, you're going to give him 25 minutes. This ain't Rob Whittaker. I think he's getting a submission.
Inside distance in itself is plus 105 for the side of de Ritter. Submission win for de Ritter up at plus 230. Moneyline is not bad either at minus 190 for de Ritter. Opposite side on Allen plus 165. I feel like he should be a minus 300 favorite. I think this is the one. You say you're looking for the value. This is, to me, I really see de Ritter as 3-1 in this fight. Like, I think there's a real chance he wins. I would be sitting here shocked to see a different result. If Allen knocks him out, submitted him, or even won a close decision, I'd be like, wow. I'd be like, wow, Brendan Allen really fucking rose to the occasion. Whereas I'm like, I'm expecting de Ritter to win. And I think de Ritter can run through Allen. It might look easy. It might be within the first 3 rounds. I could see him getting Allen's back. I see Allen tapping and like him high-fiving him after and shit. I'm going de Ritter by sub too. I feel it, man. I feel good about it.
And AJ called the post high five, like he doesn't affected by it. I'll give him a little bit of credit in that he's got balls and he'll dig deep. Like that Marvin Vettori fight was ugly, bro. That Marvin Vettori fight, he was cracking Marvin Vettori, and you could just see the heart, So I actually don't doubt that Allen wants this. I don't doubt that. Which maybe wasn't what you were saying, but I do think he's just up against too tall of a task in Rainier de Ritter. He doesn't have enough power in his shots, and he doesn't have the abilities with the wrestling, and especially not with the jiu-jitsu. Again, people credit, like I hear people talk about this one like, ooh, I don't know, on the floor it's close. No, it's not. No, it's not. Rainier de Ritter is if you grapple too much with Rainier de Ritter, you'll wake up looking at the lights.
I like de Ritter. I'm with the Finch. We're on the same side. Different level in the grappling between the two of them. And de Ritter's also got the size, and I don't see him getting busted up striking with Allen. I think he's going to get him down eventually.
And remember, this is his show. It was Allen who had to step in. This was supposed to be Fluffy Hernandez.
Right, which I like even more because I think the Hernandez fight is a harder fight than Allen. It's a better version of what Allen, attempts to do with the grappling. We're going de Ritter for the dubs. Finchman and I both on the same call with the main event. I like to see it for the main event. Good shit, Mike Finch. Good shit. I'm glad we're with it, bro. Let's go. I feel great about it. Now, listen, you got to go again. Say your point. Talk.
No. I'm saying we got to fucking do the parlay. We got one more thing
what time it is.
here for the
We got
folks.
another section. It's time for the parlays.
All the competition that try to compete, stand back, watch the bomb drop.
Parlay time. Open up your wallets and let's bet on some fist fights.
Yeah. Parlay time. I think I'm dropping some fucking bets on Saturday night. I think this card is very bettable. If you guys want to see who I'm betting on, DM at Mike Finn Show on Instagram. Shameless plug, but I do run premium channel where I give out my bets, let you guys know who I'm looking at. I'll give out one right now. Azamat Bekoev is a lock. I think that he has this fight anywhere it goes. Honestly, I'm even impressed at his punching power on the feet. I think he's getting this thing done early probably, but as a first leg of a parlay, Bekoev's a beast.
Put Bekoev in with Rainier de Ridder to close out the show for me. I like the de Ridder side. If you were to parlay those two up and tail the show's parlay, you're sitting around plus 104 range. It's plus money territory for two favorites that both of us see with a high probability of success and clear pathways to win. You like the de Ridder call, Mike Finch? You knew it was coming.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, it's I think I saw that one coming from you. I did watch your show, but I didn't get to these last couple. So the Rainier de Ridder fight, I did not know for sure, but I suspected. So, I mean, it would just take this perfect kickboxing for performance by Brendan Allen over 5 rounds. If Rob Whittaker ain't doing it, I don't think it's getting done on Saturday by Allen.
It ain't getting done by Allen on Saturday. I'd be sitting here shell-shocked if that were the result. So we're going with the right side. We're going with the de Ridder in the main. Finchman got Azamat, 2-leg parlay savagery. Listen, if you guys haven't hit the like button, shame on you. I want 100 live likes. Shout out to the replay gang. Make sure you keep running up the likes as well. The Finchman's got his show to do after this, all right? He's going to be giving you guys his most confident picks on the card. He's got the big 5. What you're going to do is you're going to check out the Finchman. If you're wondering about my Contender Series predictions, I have them up on the channel. They're waiting for you. Listen, all you got to do is click one thing. Click on the channel, right, and go to videos. 2 things, 3 things, click on the video. So for the lazy folk that don't want to do all that, I'll put both in the live chat so you can save for watch later my Contender Series picks, and then you can go check out the Finchman right after this and enjoy a live show. But know that the content is covered throughout the entire night because we got Finch live. We got me afterwards. Come on, man. What else do you want from us? Constant content coming. There it is, pinned right in the chat. Bam.
Constant content, AJ. He's doing that extra research for you. He goes in on Dana White's Contender Series. I would not go anywhere else to check on Dana White's Contender Series. AJ, you're the fucking man with that stuff. You're on a fucking roll too. Beautiful call on Pinto with me. You're the one who went Charles Oliveira, so that's fucking fantastic. Yeah, man. Big respect to grinding it out as usual. You guys know how I was at the baby shower on Saturday. AJ would say, fuck that baby. I'm hosting my motherfucking show Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on it. Make sure you guys subscribe to MMA Experts. Keep it locked in with AJ. But right now, you're coming over to the dark side. Link in the comments.
Yeah, go check out the Finchman. He's going to be live right after this. We love you guys. Any final words, Finch?
The Dono fucking avalanche today was crazy. It was just AJ and I skiing and these motherfuckers just coming for us. That was insane. I think it was, what was it, $700? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $800 between Trading Champ and PDX Hoya. You guys are fucking savages. We appreciate the fuck out of you, and let's eat on Saturday. I think you guys did a Dono train on a card that you'll be happy you listened to.
Yes, I feel the same way. Me and Finch lining up on a lot of them. I think we got some money calls, and we look forward to Saturday night. And you guys should definitely be excited to hang out with the Finch, all right? Go check his show out. We're about to sign off. We love you guys. Smash the damn likes, hit the subscribe button. Shout out to the beautiful people. I'll see you guys live for lunchtime tomorrow. But now it's the Finchman's time. Go check them out. All right? Peace out, everybody, and good night.